Hey guys, it is Fallen Angel here with another Magic of Christmas. I was gonna do a Christmas tree story, but now I've decided to do a the story of mistletoe. Hi Jen, it's good to see you. Gonna give people a little bit of time to come on in here. Hi Amanda, it's good to see you. Hi M kids. Okay, Kim, it's good to see you. Hey, Mama Lynn. I was gonna go for the Christmas tree, the background to reason why we have Christmas trees, but I am not doing that today. I am actually gonna talk about mistletoe. So this is gonna be kind of interesting. Hi, Kenneth, the Kentucky Fam channel. It's good to see you. Things have been kind of hectic the last few days, 2 or 3 days. I apologize for not doing another one of these Magic of Christmas stories. Hi, Chief. It's good to see you. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. We all know this plant to be more of a tradition of people kissing underneath the mistletoe. And people wonder why we do that. So I wanted to tell you kind of a whole background of information on mistletoe. There are I don't know if everybody gets notifications for me. If you so if you can, please share this out on your social media. I would greatly appreciate it. Let me try to get in, sneak in here real quick. Share it out on my social medias as well. All right, the fams, good to see you. Hey, share it there. Let's see if I could share it on Twitter without it messing up. Okay, Kim, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, if you guys have any other comments when it comes to the mistletoe, um, after I get done, I will sit back and uh, chit chat with you guys, and you guys can also bring up things that you've been told about mistletoe. So this is going to be pretty interesting. Hi, Jan's Life Journeys. Good to see you. Ray the Fan. Hi, Liam. It is good to see you. Hoping everybody is having a good day. Let me see if I can fix my background a little bit because it is getting kind of dark. And hopefully it will not glitch on me this time like it did on um oh, there you go. Like it did on Ghost Dogs. For some reason it was glitching pretty bad on my end of things. Okay, guys. Well, we all know that the tradition with mistletoe is wherever it's hung, if there's two people there. Sorry about that. If there are two people underneath a hanging piece of mistletoe, they are supposed to kiss. But really, where did that story come from? And who started using mistletoe? Well, from what I had gathered, some of the very first things that I found on the internet in doing my research, Celtic Druids were among the first people to use um, mistletoe in traditions, using it for ceremonies. And this is back a few thousand years ago. The thing is, they really didn't kiss underneath it. They actually believed for it to hold sacred powers, which these powers had been for healing abilities, protection against nightmares, and also it could aid in helping predict the future. And because of that, they would actually collect this during the summer and winter solstice, which made it more likely they used mistletoe to decorate their houses during Christmas time. Even though it had nothing to do with the Christmas holiday, people don't. That kind of sets a timeline a few thousand years ago. And this tradition with Christmas didn't really start until later on with Christians. Um, they also have another thing I found in ancient Greece. They would use mistletoe during the tradition of kissing under the mistletoe. Supposed to have started in ancient Greece, which makes that kind of interesting because there is a not only a festival that they decorate, um, not only do they decorate during the festival, they also use it in marriage ceremonies. Supposedly, there was some kind of association with mistletoe and being fertile. So, of course, when you're married, you would want to have kids. So, hence the reason why they would use mistletoe. Even the Romans used mistletoe. I don't know if anybody knew that. They used it during times when they were meeting with their enemies during wartime. And when they would meet their enemies during wartime, they would use the mistletoe as a kind of a, a representation of peace. Like they were trying to reconcile their differences and settle things during the time of war. So not only did we have people thousands of years ago believing that this helped heal, helped be able to see the future and to reduce nightmares, we move on to marriages and using it for peace. And not only that, with Romans, to reconcile during wartime, they decorated their houses with it. Romans did, to supposedly appease appease the gods. So yeah, so all that history leading up to closer to now. Um, there is also this myth, this Nordic myth that concerns mistletoe, and I'm pretty sure you guys would want to know this. Um, the plant was considered sacred, and there was a goddess of love named Frigga, but there was a god of mischief named Loki who had shot Frigga's son with a spear. Now, the goddess of love had revived her son under the mistletoe and decreed to everyone that stands under the mistletoe tree deserves not only protection of death, but also a kiss. So there is the myth that kind of started a little bit about the kiss, and then ancient Greece picked up on it for the marriage and fertility. Now, jumping ahead a little bit, in Victorian England, you would think that that tradition, a woman could refuse to kiss somebody underneath the mistletoe without having any kind of repercussions. Well, not in Victorian time England. If a woman or a girl who was single refused to kiss a man underneath the tree, the mistletoe, it was considered a taboo. You would pretty much expect not to get a marriage proposal during that time for over a year or longer. If a woman refused a man as far as a kiss underneath the mistletoe. Which then would make that person not considered be eligible, and they would not be asked to be married. Sometimes throughout their entire life, they will never ever get another marriage proposal after refusing somebody underneath the mistletoe. So there's those little traditions. There is a couple more. Supposedly, when if a dating couple actually kiss underneath the mistletoe, the man, it's tradition that the man should pluck one of the white berries while kissing the lady on the cheek. One kiss is allowed for each berry that he can pluck. Exactly, Kim. Give me just 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. So we have all these little traditions about mistletoe. People don't realize that this actual plant is more of a parasitic plant, meaning it feeds off of the nutrition that it's attached to, whether it be shrub or a tree. Well, it's also considered toxic. So eating berries can actually make you sick, even though in the past it was considered a cure for different ailments, but it was proved to be false. Yeah, I'm doing okay, Amanda. Um, Actually, mistletoe was considered um, more harmful than helpful. It has been reported that drinking the tea from the berries of a mistletoe has known to kill people, unfortunately. So yeah, do not go by these traditions that are spoken and handed down, because it could be very, very dangerous. So don't ever eat it. It's very pretty to look at, but for me, mistletoe, we're doing the research on this, was pretty interesting in the fact there was many different cultures that use this in their traditions. So what do you guys think? Actually, I'll go back through the chat. Is that Kiss come haunted trucking? Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. High tonic exempt. Hope everybody's still. Yeah, I'm here. I am definitely here. Um, but yeah, I found it really interesting um to do the research because of what all the symbol is, how what it symbolizes for different cultures. And Kim said, I knew of modern traditions, obviously, but nothing that far back. So ironic that a toxic parasitic plant can represent so much love. I know it's kind of ironic. Um, yeah, Romans used it as a symbol of peace. Greece used it as a symbol of fertility and love. Hi, Melinda. It's good to see you. Hi, Drogler. But yeah, even back as, Druids saying that you could use that plant to help you um, be able to predict the future and whatnot and to help protect you from nightmares. I'm kind of like, for a toxic plant, I wouldn't try that. Seriously. What'd you do? Set the mistletoe on fire, haunted trucking? Yeah, it's weird to think about, but nowadays I know my sister has um it's fake, of course, but it's um a bit of mistletoe hanging in her living area, her living room. And because it is so far, high up and it's hard to get a hold of, they actually left it up all year round. I like Irish's comment. It is because love is toxic and cause brain damage. Love tends to make you not think about the dangers of anything else, I guess. You say to test that for fertility there, yeah. Oh, you're good, Tonic. I appreciate it. Hi, Misty Mountain. It is good to see you. But you guys, in doing the research on these traditions, I found that there was a little bit more to the Christmas tree tradition than I initially thought, because it goes all the way back to um Egypt times, ancient Egypt. And as I'm digging so much into it to get the full story on some of the other traditions. It's just taking time. And I do want to take the time to be as accurate as I possibly can. Hi, Joy Sumter. It's good to see you. I don't know what that was, so that's kind of scary. That was a crash of empty cans in a big old bag that has somehow turned into a little avalanche here at the house.
Oh, that's beer can collection.
Yeah, a collection of cans. Yeah, mom's cleaning it up now. Hold on a second. Yes, that was loud. And haunted trucking, if that was you, oh my God, I would send you to the hospital. I do apologize for that big old noise. I don't know where that come from. It's just our luck. Out of the blue, something falling like that and making noise. Something might be here. I've been told that I have a haunted house. You just never know. But yes, yes, mistletoe has a to me a strange tradition and different um the different stories make it kind of more of one of those. Okay, it started from Druid time a few thousand years ago and it's still evolved and now look at where it's at. um or we just kiss under the mistletoe. I'm just thankful that I'm not in the Victorian era where I end up being um not where I end up being an old maid because I didn't kiss somebody underneath the mistletoe. If you want to be single, ladies, in the Victorian era, just refuse the man that is trying to kiss you underneath the mistletoe. You're good. Hi, Kill Hut. Hi, Midnight Paranormal. Yes, Kim. And the thing is, I wonder if there was a way through the times that is it all coincidence that they thought this way, or did it get passed down? And the people that it got passed down to these traditions moved to these other places and started using those traditions in those areas and it picked up like that, or was were they totally separate traditions that nobody knew anything about? So that's my biggest question with everything, that all these traditions that you see, was it by word of mouth and then these people took these traditions, moved into another area and started those traditions there? It's just really amazing to see from however far back to what it is now, how much it's changed or it's stayed the same. And you're right, Becky Boo Boo. Poinsettias are also poisonous. And I am going to probably go over poinsettia tree or plants because there is supposed to be some kind of symbolism to those plants as well. And it is not a problem for me to do the research on these. Even after the Christmas season is over with, anybody that knows of traditions that you want somebody to talk about and to look up, I would be more than happy to do that. Okay. Um, Kill Hut, as far as Zoom versus StreamYard is easier. It you can get it for free. You can go live for free. Zoom looks better for people that have really slow internet. You've got options on here. You can fix the background if you wanted to. You you can do better with screen sharing on Zoom than you really can on StreamYard. The bad part, the little pitfall with Zoom is you have to pay $15 a month. And this is another thing, guys. Zoom is $15 a month. StreamYards is more like $20 a month. So you've got a little bit of a money difference there. But with Zoom, you have to pay for it in order to live stream. Yes, mistletoe is actually white berries. If you see red berries, they are holly, but both of them can actually make you really, really sick, or it could kill you, depending. And I think you're right, Kim. It had to have been word of mouth. Um, yeah, there's a lot of different stories that that can be the true story of certain ones, but in looking up the history of like mistletoe, Christmas trees, Christmas stockings. I know the last time I talked about stockings, I explained about the story of Saint Nicholas and what he had done, and to symbolize what he did, that's why we have Christmas stockings around. Hi, Anthony, Redneck Way Alive. You're welcome, Kill Hut. And yes, Kim, Zoom is $15 a month, but StreamYard is $20 a month if you want to add more things. But Zoom has a better quality, especially for people that have low internet. And like Irish said, you do have to have a computer to host a live stream on either one, StreamYard or Zoom. With StreamYard, there is something like it's almost, I would say, like a glitch, but it helps people, so it's not a bad thing that you can host a live stream on your cell phone, but there is a way to do it. I know iPhones can't do it, but other phones can. Yeah, I might be able to try to do the research on the candy cane. Why did it start? Where did it start? And why is it really mainly for Christmas time? And try to figure out the whole story like I tried to with the mistletoe. But yeah, I don't think I think I'll try to avoid mistletoe um based on some of these stories that I was able to find about the mistletoe. Now, unless I'm in a big fat fight with somebody, I probably wouldn't want to get underneath the mistletoe with somebody. But that's just me. I'm kind of weird about mistletoe as it is. And that's true, Kim. Definitely, I believe word of mouth is probably the strongest of the storytelling to what it is now. That's pretty interesting. Hi, Real K-Pop Adventures. It's good to see you. Hi, Mark Miller. You guys are awesome for stopping in and listening to my big story of the mistletoe. I hate that part of the mistletoe story was if a woman rejected somebody, they ended up not eventually not getting married or getting proposed to be married. So, very very interesting to me, and it's always fun to figure out these traditions. Hi, Dana Marie, got the good one. You could unless you eat it. Yeah, I wouldn't eat it either. Um, it's always good to find out where things originate. You know, where did they come from? Why did they end up being there? Hi, Texas Brenda. It's good to see you. Um, but yeah, the next time I should, and this will have to be maybe Monday before I can do another Magic of Christmas story. And this one is definitely going to be about Christmas trees, and I am going to have to find, because there is more detail in Christmas trees than I originally thought. Um, I know a lot of people talk about Martin Luther being the first one to come up with Christmas tree, and that's not completely true. He's the first one to put lights on a Christmas tree, put candles on there. But he's not really the first one to start a tradition of decorating Christmas trees. And I'll get into that on my next Magic of Christmas. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys um, do like this series. I am still kind of getting started with it. And but the next after the Christmas tree story episode, I will do a candy cane episode if I can find it. That's cool, Anna Mendez. And you're right, Kim. History is fascinating. It's fascinating to see have follow the trail of stories and go backwards to see where it started out from the beginning. But yeah, that's pretty much my whole story of the mistletoe. And to sum up what is coming up for my channel, I am planning on doing a Midnight Madness, and it's not going to be today. It's going to be like within the next couple of nights actually, um, for at least a couple hours, and then after that, I may do a wing talk. I may also do something about Hanukkah. Um, with this series, I do want to stress that a lot of this stuff has that I've researched started with pagan traditions and traditions that are not Christian, like some people initially thought. I know a lot of people in general think Christianity started some of these ideas, and really, if they picked up where they seen other religions do and ran with it and made it their own. And yes, Midnight Madness, I call it that because it's an open panel for anybody and everybody to come into to be able to talk on on stream, have conversations, have have different things happen. There was one night we ended up talking paranormal, and it evolved from helping somebody reach their goal on their channel to helping somebody with contacting a loved one. Then it went into other helping out. But that entire stream was helping people in different ways, which I found was pretty awesome. Very true, Kim. And it's okay, Amanda. I always, one thing about me, there are some people that do not do this, but I keep my live streams open. A lot of my streams are for not just what is happening right then and there, but it's also bringing information for future live streams. Um, the reason why I do live streams a lot rather than doing videos, for one, my internet's always messed up, and for two, um, for me, it's kind of easier. I don't have to edit what I'm doing on a live stream necessarily. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't. That could be very well true, Irish. It helped Christianity recruit people in and accept it by adopting other traditions. I believe that to be true. It just made things easier and for Christians to spread their word. How I look at it. But I do live streams rather than do videos because the live streams, it's easier for me to do live streams than it necessarily is to do videos. And with live streams, I get to interact with you guys, which I love to be able to do. When I'm doing a video, I try to be a perfectionist. In live streams, you can't be perfect. So there goes that idea. But yeah, within the next like 2 or 3 nights, I will do a Midnight Madness. Come Monday, hopefully around 11 o'clock during the day, I will do a another Magic of Christmas. This time it will be Christmas trees. I will talk about Christmas trees, where they came from, where what started all that good stuff, and then I will do a wing talk. And the wing talk is going to be something about um something that I got not long after I'd done my very last live stream and trying to help somebody out. I got some not so nice messages, and I will be talking about that on Wing Talk. Hi, Happy Lux. It's good to see you. And I do want to reiterate Wing Talk is just an opinion piece. It's about different subjects, and it's also about helping explain certain things when people get upset about what somebody said on somebody else's stuff. I will bring it up. I will bring up as much information as I know without putting people's names out and get them. I don't want people getting in arguments over it. I don't want people bashing each other. I just want to talk about the situation and the ideas. I'm all about attacking the ideas and respecting people enough not to put their names out, not to put embarrassment and possibly have other people against them. Irish Whiskey says Christians observed the birth of Christ on as December 25th. That was also the birthday of the sun god, birthday of the sun god, birthday of the. Exactly. I did not know that actually, Irish. I really did not know that. I should actually do a lot of research. I'm thinking about doing a live stream on Christmas Day talking about uh, the significance of that day and what it's supposed to mean to Christians versus what it's supposed to mean for other religions, and see where it takes me. It's gonna take me a while though. But yeah, with Wing Talks, I never put people's names out there. I do talk about the situation. I may talk strictly from the comment that was made or that was said on social media and explain both sides before I even give my opinion. Exactly, Kim. It to me it kind of clarifies, and I don't put my opinion out there lightly. I don't put my opinion out there without seeing all the facts. And if I don't see all the facts or I miss something, I am not beyond doing another stream to explain what I missed, or if I just went ahead and assumed and got ahead of myself too easy. Um, I'm not above doing that because everybody can make mistakes. Everybody can get different information and not realize that it could be different, various, and wrong information. I kind of would agree that I don't think anybody actually knows. And when Christ was really born, it's one of those things that um, even recorded history sometimes can miss the mark. Hot, awesome, epic. It is good to see you. But with all that being said, just keep the notification bell up so you guys can make sure that you guys get my notifications when I do go live. And I am going to try to pick up the pace a little bit on my channel. Last couple of days, I was more focused on helping than I was for doing things for myself, for my channel. And I do apologize for that. You are good, Eddie. It is totally fine. Um, but I do apologize to you guys. I have said that I would go live, and the circumstances that were going on, I was unable to because of me. Um, it's been kind of hard to hear last couple of days. And I do want to thank everybody who has been able to help out Honda Trucking. If you don't remember, the last time I did a live stream, we talked about what happened with Honda Trucking. Today, he did get some good news. Um, he is going to be at another job or working towards into another job. And that's going to be the end of next week. So I want to thank you guys for all the donations, all the help, all this spreading the word out to try to get him some help because we are, to me, we are all family. And as much as I hated what happened to him, I felt like the community that we are in is more than willing to step up and help. And there's been, to me, it was overwhelming response from you guys. And I do want to give y'all a major shout out. Thank you so much for all the help that y'all have. And we still are on our goal of $500 to raise up. We are about $150 away from his goal our goal of $500. And if we hit that $500 mark, another $150 um is put into his PayPal. I agreed. I had to think really hard, but I agreed to do twerking on Haunted Trucking's channel. So if y'all want to see me twerk, share it out, share the link out for Haunted Trucking. Let's try to get him up to his goal of $500. And that $500 is going towards expenses that he's going to incur until he can get his first paycheck from the company that he is working towards getting into. And I don't understand why links are not working in the chat. Also, if you check out my Twitter, I do have nonstop information on what is going on with the PayPal. So if you guys are not able to see it on YouTube, you are more than welcome to go to my Twitter and get it there. And thank you, Awesome Epic Adventures. I do appreciate it. Everybody that is doing live streams, calling Paranormal 3 done a live stream last night to try to help raise money in helping Haunted Trucking get to his $500 goal. Yes, Kim, I done a twerk when I hit 1,000 on my birthday. And I do not think, well, with everybody that was saying, was egging on me twerking, I figured it was a good idea to do this. Yes, twerking. That's going to be interesting. I wonder how it's going to look on Zoom, because StreamYards, all you seen was a blur. You couldn't tell very good. So, yeah, this is going to be funny. I don't know what is going on with YouTube, but if the links are not working, we will try to find a way to get you the information. If you go to my about section in my channel, it should have a way that you can email me directly, and I'll give you the information that you may need for it. But with all of this being said, hi, Bubba Chambers, and I am actually about to shut this down. Carol out of the comfort zone is supposed to be doing a stream here shortly. and I'm not exactly sure what all of it's going to be about, but it is in to help haunted trucking raise the funds needed to be able to get by for the next couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, until he gets his first paycheck. He does have a job, but he's not going to start it until a week or two from now. That is awesome, Irish. I'm glad that you're getting there. I'm glad that you're getting there. I hope I hope everything goes well for you. But with all this being said, just remember you never know what's out there until you spread your wings and fly. This is Fallen Angel signing out.